Hey everyone, welcome back to Damn Tasty Vegan. My name's Marie Rose, and we're all just gonna take a deep breath. We're not gonna have a cow man. We're gonna hug a cow. Listen to my tits. My tits have a lot to say. Today I'm gonna show you how to make really satisfying, brunchy, comfort food breakfast. We're gonna make an egg, a sausage, and cheese breakfast sandwich. I love this recipe. You can meal prep this at the beginning of the week and throw it in the freezer and just warm it up in the microwave in the morning or in the oven, and you've got a super satisfying breakfast right now. Let's get right into the video. So we're going to make the exact same egg batter that we did for the breakfast casserole, so you guys should all be pros at this by now. So grab your split yellow mung beans. You should have some left over from ordering them before. And we're going to soak a cup of the split yellow mung beans overnight. So you want to do it for at least 5 to 8 hours, soak them. And you want to drain and rinse them and add them directly to your blender. And then we're going to add our amazing seasoning. So that's 3 tablespoons of nutritional yeast, 1 teaspoon garlic powder, 1 teaspoon of onion powder, a 1/4 teaspoon of that magical powder turmeric, 2 tablespoons of oil. This adds moisture to the eggs, and a 1/2 teaspoon of regular salt, and then a 1/2 teaspoon of that eggy tasting black salt. You should have some of that left over as well. And then 1 cup of our aquafaba. Again, that is just a fancy word for the water that comes in a can of chickpeas. So chickpea water. And then a 1/2 cup of water. So 1 cup of aquafaba, a 1/2 cup of water. And then we're going to blend that all up. And another side note, if you want to skip using the aquafaba, you can just use 1.5 cups of water and then just substitute for 1 teaspoon of baking powder. That's also a good egg alternative in this to make these eggs nice and fluffy if you don't have a can of chickpeas on hand. So now get your 12-cup muffin tin. You want to oil the insides of that to make sure that the eggs come out nice and well. Pour your batter in, and we're going to bake these at 350 degrees for 25 to 30 minutes. Just check the insides of the eggs with the toothpick. Make sure they're cooked all the way through. And then you want to get 2 packages of these Gardein breakfast sausage patties. There's about 6 packages in each package, or 6 sausages in each package, and we're going to make 12 eggs. So we want to have 12 sausages to go with our 12 eggs, and we're going to make a total of 12 sandwiches. If you can't find these, or if you don't want to use these, you can also use like whatever vegan burger patties you can find, like Boca has some. I mean, you can pretty much find vegan burger patties anywhere nowadays. Or you could just use portobello mushrooms. Those are also like a really good meat alternative if you want to go the more whole foods route. But I really love these breakfast sausages. They just like make it taste like an authentic egg and sausage patty. But if you want to use portobello mushrooms, you're just going to saute them with some olive oil and soy sauce until they're nice and caramelized. So you want to cook up your 12 breakfast sausage patties, and then when your eggs are done, take them out of the oven, let them sit for 5 minutes. The texture gets better once they've sat for a minute. They kind of like, the puffiness goes down and they start to resemble eggs a little more. And then you're going to top them with a little bit of black salt at the end to add a little more extra eggy flavor. And this is kind of how they turn out when they've sat for a little bit. They're nice and fluffy, spongy, just scrambled eggs. And then you want to get 12 English muffins. You might have to get 2 packages. I've ended up finding some whole wheat English muffins. Grab your favorite cheese. Violife is my absolute favorite. If you can't find Violife, Daya is also widely available, or Follow Your Heart or Chow. Those are also really good cheese brands. And then you just want to kind of, put it all together. You got your cheese, you got your sausage, your egg, put it on your whole wheat, English muffin, and you can store these you can wrap them in tin foil. These do freeze well, so you can wrap them in tin foil and then put them in like a freezer friendly bag, keep them in your freezer, since we're going to be making 12 of them and you might not eat all 12 this week. And if you want to go the more like reusable route, you can put them in like a freezer friendly, reusable sandwich bag, like one of these guys, or you can put them in just like, a Tupperware container in the fridge. And then you just put them in your oven at about 375. Depending on if they're frozen or not, you want to cook them for about 15 to maybe 25 minutes until they're warmed all the way through and the cheese is nice and melted. So these are really good when the cheese melts on it and adds a little bit more moisture, but these sometimes can be a little bit dry. So I like to add, in addition to the cheese, like a little bit of vegan mayo in there after they've been cooked. I'll like open them up, spread some vegan mayo on the inside of the English muffins, or you can add a little bit of hot sauce in there, or some avocado is also good. But these are really good, and these are really nice to take on the road with you if you are on the go. And there you have it. Wasn't that ridiculously easy and tasty? You're just gonna blow your mind how good this is. So please tag me on Instagram. I want to see your food porn at Damn Tasty Vegan. Let me know in the comments below what your favorite breakfast is. I bet I can veganize it. I bet I can. All right, everyone, take care, stay safe, hug a cow, and I will see you in the next video. Bye.